Hey, Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
And I'm Jer.
And we're the Fragrance Bros! Come at you this time with a special guest. Anyway, so you probably don't know who this is, obviously.
I'm Jeremy. Nice to meet you.
He hasn't shown up in a while. Let's get to what everyone wants to know.
Right.
Why did you leave? Because everyone else wants to know.
Okay. Well, Dave, you put it very well in the video, the sort of the goodbye video, but it wasn't anything about like hard feelings or any kind of schism or anything like that. It was just that I had lost some of the interest in the hobby and felt like I wanted to devote my limited free time to other things. 2 full-time jobs and 2 kids. It's just very limited, and I felt like I wanted to give it elsewhere at home, and that really was it. I still love you guys, and I feel kind of bad that I didn't do a goodbye video. That's kind of a heel thing to do. I'm sorry.
What was funny was when I re-edited everything together and re-edited that one piece, whatever, everyone was, I got a few comments that said that it sounded like you died.
You put that music at the end, it was like, so morose, and I was like, oh. But no, I'm sorry, I should have, but it felt like there was a window of time where that was appropriate, and then that window was gone, it was too late, and then I was like, well. Yeah. And you did such a great job with video that I was like, I felt like that was good.
Anyway, so let's get straight to the review. Today, obviously reviewing Clive Christian V from Men. Data Juice was 2012. It's classified as an Oriental spicy. Notes are citrus, black pepper, pink pepper, white pepper, frankincense, nutmeg, iris, cedar, amber, vanilla, and oud. So first, before we get started, I just want to thank Rene Zayas. He has a channel down below. I'll link his channel down below. He actually works at Saks Fifth Avenue, and he sent me a little mini. I'll show it to you later. He also sent a few other reviewers some minis, so you've probably seen some reviews already on Clive Christian V, and that's the reason. But I just want to thank him. He told me to do a review and give my complete, honest opinions about it, and that's what we gonna do.
No, snap. What we do best.
That's right. All right, so what did you get out of longevity out of this?
You know, I actually got quite good longevity out of this.
Yeah.
I got, probably beast mode longevity.
Really?
Excellent to beast mode. I'm rusty.
You may not know what beast mode is anymore.
Beast mode is like 3 hours, right? What it is? No, but I put it on in the morning, and when I went to bed at like 10 p.m., I could still smell it.
Wow.
Pretty strongly. Well, I could still smell it. Yeah. I could still smell it. How about you?
Yeah, I would say it was an excellent range for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it. I don't think it had a foot in the beast mode territory yet.
Not a foot in the
but it was still excellent.
Okay.
What about projection?
Not great on the projection for me.
Yeah.
It was probably, average, maybe on the low side of average, because I really felt like after about 2 hours, it was very close to the skin. Yeah. And so all that longevity was pretty pointless because I had to go down and get it,
Yeah, I say the same thing. It was average. It started off as average and then just kind of slowly got worse.
Yes.
Over time.
Not what you want.
No.
When you pay this much.
Nope. Season, I would say this is best for fall and winter and mostly nights.
Yep.
And purpose, I would say I would probably only use this for formal occasions if I were to have it. Yes. Especially because of the price.
Right.
I would only want to use this rarely.
Right. Or when you're eating macaroni and cheese and you need some pepper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what does this remind you of? Start digging in.
Oh boy. Here we go. It reminds me, not in scent, but there's a memory. It reminds me of Terre d'Hermès. Here's why I say that. When I first smelled Terre d'Hermès, I thought it was a revelation. I thought it was fantastic. But then, Christo said on Facebook that when he smells, all he can smell is ISO-E Super. That's it. Someone said that to him one time, and then from that point on, that's all he could smell.
Yeah.
And screw you, Christo, because now that's all I can smell when I smell it. It's like Christo brought back the veil and showed me, and that's the same thing with this fragrance. I feel like you could perceive this as frankincense and oud, but really it just smells like cheap peppery wood, sorta. Yeah. And that's it. So it's maybe like a perspective thing, but from my perspective, it smells like a very linear, one-sided, peppery, dry scent.
Yeah. This is a fragrance that it seems like it implies certain things more than it says certain things. It tries to inform the smeller what it should be rather than show what it really is or what it should be.
It's a poser.
It really is. Really what I get mostly is I get incense.
Yeah.
And not even a great incense.
No.
And I do get pepper. That's about it.
Yeah.
And then maybe some wood in there. So you might get some cedar in there or something. So it's basically a very woody, spicy incense.
Yes.
And that's it. And woody and spicy is pretty stretching it right at this point because it's mostly just incense. Okay, so watching some of the reviews, I know Redolescence and Maximilian Must Know, they both have reviews of this, and I think they're great reviews. I know Max said that it reminded him a lot of the Armani Privé Bois d'Encens, which is an incense-based fragrance.
Wood and incense.
Yeah, and that's that's a great comparison because it's a lot like that. I think that is one comparison that it can be compared to. Mm-hmm. Another one that it smelled a lot like to me is Jaisalmer by Comme des Garçons, which we reviewed.
Yes.
And it was a very one-note fragrance.
Yes, it was.
Obviously supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And it was just a plain incense fragrance.
You're right.
This is that. Except for Jaisalmer, you can get for like $100 or less. There's some scents out there that have an amazing frankincense note, and this is not one of those. And I have a real frankincense tier that I got with a kit that I got from Mandy Aftel. So I have genuine frankincense.
Yeah.
This does not smell like frankincense at all.
When you punch a frank in the nuts, you get a frankincense tier.
There's a Greek Orthodox church that is in our city that we go to about every year for a Greek fest that they have there, and you can smell the frankincense that they burn there, and it smells amazing. I love that smell. This does not smell like that. Okay, this smells like cheap incense. It really pisses me off. What I really hate about this is this doesn't smell rich.
No,
but it's a lot of money.
Yes,
and I have smelled very good fragrances that are blended really well that are on the pricier side. Like I can think a lot of Mandy Aftel's line.
Yeah.
They're all natural fragrances. What she says is in there is actually in there. It's actually natural sources. It's legitimate stuff, and it's blended to perfection. It smells rich.
Yes.
This is none of those things.
No, I agree with you. When I wear this and I smell it on my skin, it smells so thin. Like there's no depth. There's no warmth around us. It's just like, well, here's this smell.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a lot of incense, but dude, it's boring.
Yeah.
It's boring. I wouldn't wear this for like $50.
Oh yeah.
For $350. So.
Yeah. It's not a terrible fragrance, and that's the thing about it to me. Like it smells pleasant.
It does.
It doesn't smell horrible. Because if I think if it was horrible, there would be a certain person out there that would really like it because it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's not even weird. It's just bland.
It's unremarkable.
Yeah. To me, this feels like the feeling that you get when you realize that you're about to be swindled. Like maybe you're signing the papers and you're like, I think I'm being had right now.
This feels like a hornswoggle.
There are fragrances out there that you can get that smell either just like this,
yes,
or around this for a lot less. Like I mentioned, Bois d'Encens by Armani Privé. I don't know how much that is. A lot less than this.
Okay.
You can get Jaisalmer, probably the cheapest.
Yeah.
I think L'Artisan Coeur de Vetiver de Sacré, or Sacré, horrible French.
Alabama.
Yes. So that is another one that is kind of in the same league.
Okay.
It's a little bit sweeter on that one, but similar type of smell.
Yeah.
All those are better than this.
Yeah.
And cheaper.
Yeah. I can't think of a good reason to pick this ever.
Ever. Like I said, it's not all bad. It's not a horrible fragrance. There's someone out there that I think will think it's okay, but you really just have to have money to blow.
Yeah.
And to me, I think where the money is, we'll talk about that in a minute, but the presentation is amazing.
It is.
Like here's a 10 mil that we got, and it's incredible. Like even the 10 mil, this is like made of lead. It feels like it is anyway, or uranium. It's like super heavy. So all the money that you're paying seems like it's going into the presentation to me. Now that's fine to a certain point. I don't mind paying for presentation, but when I get something that I'm wearing, 99% of the time and spraying 1% of the time, I want more of the money going into the juice, where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
So bang for buck, this is $450 for a 50 mil.
Sounds like a punchline to a joke. Golly. My problem is that for me, and I know that you have this same perspective, I've gotten to the place where I want to own fragrances that I love, that I will use, that mean something to me, that have utility and application. This does not have that. I could buy like 3 fragrances for the cost of this one that do so many more things. You know what I mean? It's just, there's no need for this.
Yeah.
Useless.
Yeah. I'd hate to say this because the bang for the buck, I think, is way overpriced for what you're getting. I don't think at all that there's the natural ingredients that they claim that is in here. It's clear to me that this is a ripoff on every level, and they're charging you for the cheapest ingredients probably possible to get an incense-based fragrance, and it really angers me that they're doing that. I'll have links down below in the comment box down below. You can go and you can check the best place to buy that is at Saks Fifth Avenue at Rene Zayas's store. Apparently, Clive Christian isn't sold at every store, so it's a very limited distribution, and Rene's store is one of them that sells it. So if you actually do like it, I would go and check him out and go buy it there. Okay, now compliment factor. Did you get any compliments out of this?
No, I mean, again, the projection is not there, so no one can really smell it. But even still, like, I smelled it on you, and I didn't think it was compliment worthy. I smelled it.
Yeah.
But like, it's just not. It's not. There's nothing really nice or likable about it. It's just there's that smell.
Yeah.
You know. So no.
Yeah. No, I mean, my wife, she didn't really care for it. She doesn't really like incense-based fragrances, and I'm kind of in that same boat. I don't really love incense fragrances as well, so she didn't really care for it, either.
Yeah.
So, final rating, what do you give this?
I'll give it a 2 out of 5. I'm not going to be too mean. It doesn't smell bad. It's a fine smell, I suppose, but I think that the bang for the buck is way out of whack.
Yeah.
The performance is not there for me. I don't really like the scent, so I would never want to own it personally. But I'm just really kind of flustered by all the elements of this whole thing coming together into what is just would be a bad purchase.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5 as well. I think it's a decent fragrance if it were $100.
Yeah.
It's pleasant. It's not terrible. You can wear it, and I think you may actually like it, but it's not what they're saying it is.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, the worst part.
Yeah.
So that's all we have. Let us know what you think of Clive Christian V down in the comments down below. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. We'll love you for it. We'll see you next week.
We'll be back.
We'll see you later with the Fragrance Pros. Bye.
You'll see this later when you're editing. I'm Jeremy. It's nice to meet everyone.
You only comment about him on every damn video.
Are you going to leave that in there?
No.
So what's this new direction that Dave was taking us?
One of the more adult-oriented.
Probably. What are the words that we use? How do I words?
If you actually do like it, I would go and check him out and go buy it there. Who's going to do that now?
Nobody. I was just thinking. We just need to end this with that sound from Law and Order. Pom, pom. Executive producer Dick Wolf. And then just close it out.